I'm imagining you did not get much sleep last night.
Well, you're imagining correct. I didn't get much throughout, just thinking about everything that went on, man. And me personally with the team and, with it being the finals, not much sleep at all.
And so now that you had a little time to reflect, what have you decided about last night?
Well, we had our chances. And even though under extreme conditions, we had our chances, but, they played a very, very good game. We're going to use today to start to prepare more, break down the film, and get ready for game 2.
What have you been able to do in those 12 hours or so to sort of treat the cramps that ailed you last night?
Just hydrate. I got 2.5 bags of IV last night right after the game, and just hydrated throughout the night, throughout this morning, just trying to put my body in the best possible chance to be able to be out there for my teammates.
Well, you've had this issue obviously before, so it's not new. So I'm guessing that the training staff, along with you and physicians, have had things that you thought you could do. Is this something that you're just going to have to live with? I mean, is this a physical limitation, or are there solutions?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's happened to me multiple times, and it's something that I don't believe you can control. Obviously, our training staff, our medical staff is great, and we always try to stay proactive. But in a sense, when it happens, you just start to treat it from there. So hopefully it doesn't happen again throughout this series, and I can be out there for my team when they need it most. And, but we will do everything preventive to stop it from happening and go from there.
It's in your kryptonite, is it?
I hope not. I will hope it would be.
Because you're going to be turning up the heat in every arena now. They think that this is what you're going to be susceptible to.
I hope not. I'm going to have to try something else out there and figure some other ways that it won't stop me from playing.
Take us back to the game. When did you notice, okay, it is too hot in here, and when did you start to worry, having had this before, that you weren't going to be able to get through this game?
Well, I knew it was pretty warm in warm-ups. And, usually I'm out there and I'm warming up and I'm shooting, but for some odd reason last night I felt it become a little warm, so I sat on the scores table for like 10 minutes. I just sat down and kind of cooled myself down. I felt it being a little warm. And then the first time out, I looked over at D-Wade and I said, wow, your jersey. And he was like drenched. I was like, did you pour water on your neck? And he was like, no. I hadn't got to that point yet. And I think in the second quarter when I came out, I was just drenched. And I know my body. I know me. And I know how I'm able to play the game. It was an extreme condition. And I asked to come out 3 or 4 times last night. I never asked to come out.
Did you hydrate then when you came out?
Yeah,
So you were aware this could happen?
I was aware. So I was hydrating, staying on top of everything as much as I could. And at one point in the fourth quarter, I think I took a jump shot from the right corner, and I felt my leg lock up a little bit. And I asked to come out at that point. And when I made my last move on Diao, finished that layup. Well, I just locked up and I couldn't move.
Let's go to the end of the game. You were sitting there. You had built a little fourth quarter lead, even though that layup just got you close. You can't help them, and you're thinking, what, when you see them start to drain threes and that defense you had played so well during the game just started to melt away?
It's frustrating because, I know I'm a huge piece to the puzzle. And to not be out there during the crunch time, after I made my layup, we was down 2, with a possible chance to, make a run. And, I had to come out, and they just blitzed us. They started hitting threes. Danny Green got open for 3 threes. Kawhi Leonard hit 2 threes. Tony Parker hit 1 from our baseline. And
you're replaying this on a loop in your head, aren't you?
Looping it right in my head. So it was just frustrating just sitting over there, just knowing that you can't do anything. You can't help.
You tried to go back in. It was visible. You got up. You started going to the table. And Spo said what?
Don't even try it. He said it's a long series. Don't even try it.
Do you think you could have even gotten through a couple of plays? Was that reasonable?
I don't know. I knew I could have walked to the scores table, but I don't know. Maybe Spo. You listen to a coach. You listen to one of the leaders of the team in that position. I believe I could have went back in. How effective I could have been, I don't know. Maybe one more jump, I might have been standing right there for the rest of the game. I might not even been able to walk off the next time.
You unplug from pretty much all media when the playoffs start. Now, that's been your way now for a few years. So are you even aware of the mocking that's going on right now of you? You know, we don't criticize anymore. Go straight to ridicule and mocking. That's what it's about.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I'm aware of it, but I don't see it. I try not to get involved in it. I'm aware of it because I know it's me, and I know I'm the easiest target that we have in sports. So I'm aware of it.
You really believe that, the easiest target in sports?
Yeah, I believe that.
I was going to try to come up with somebody bigger, but I don't know if I can come up with anybody bigger. Johnny Football, man, he's too new. All right, so do you get angry about it? There's some of your forefathers in this game who would have been so angry that they would have just been seething straight through game 2. How do you handle that?
Well, for me, all I can do is I can control what I can control, and you know, for me as one of the leaders of our team, one of the biggest competitors of our team, and know what it takes to win. You know, for me, I maintain my focus and get ready for game 2. And
so no anger, no resentment.
Anger in the sense that I wasn't able to be out there for my team to help them, you know, possibly win game 1 in the finals. You know, but you know what I can control is how I prepare myself mentally going into the next game.
So the notion of answering critics, which some people use as motivation, does not seem to be in your repertoire right now. No, it isn't. I can't play the game of basketball or live my life on what other people expect from me to do or what they think I should do. That doesn't make me happy. You know, what makes me happy is being able to make plays for my teammates, to be able to represent, you know, the name on the back of my jersey. That's what makes me happy. You know, what everybody else thinks, that really doesn't matter to me. Bad news, good news. Bad news is you guys have never won a game 1 on the road. I'm sure you're familiar with that stat. The good news is game 2, you've never been down 0-2 in a series with this group. And this group responds, I think, 12-0 after a loss. So what gives going into game 2?
Well, I mean, it's good news, you know, but you can't always live off history. You got to live in the moment, and live in the present. And for us, we've always been a team that's been able to regroup, stay even keel, and make adjustments going into the next game. And we've done a pretty good job since we've been together. Now, we can use those experiences, but we can't just rely on those experiences to help us get through it. We have to actually go out there and make it happen as well.
I want to ask you about the Spurs for a second, because before this series started, there was a pretty lazy attempt on the part of media, I thought, to sort of drum up some animosity between the two sides when I don't see any animosity between the two sides. I don't think there's any correlation between, you know, Birds, Celtics, and Magic's Lakers and stuff like that. I think you guys like and respect and even admire each other. Tell me I'm wrong. We
do respect. We respect each other. We do admire each other just the way both teams play the game. And I think if you're a little league coach or you're a little league kid that's wanting to learn how to play the game of basketball, these are the two franchises and the two teams that you should model behind. Two teams that share the ball, play at a high level, and really doesn't matter who gets the credit at the end of the day. Just want to win. And I think that's great for our sport. I think that's great for basketball in general. Do you feel like you need to create or work up some dislike for them to play at the level you need to get this three-peat? I think that gold trophy is more than enough dislike. You almost dislike that gold trophy just so you can get it, if you understand what I'm saying. So, no, I don't need it. I don't need it to motivate myself to know what's my goal. And my goal is to, always put myself in a position to win an NBA championship, and I'm here once again. So what do you think? I mean, if we weren't sitting here, we're just walking down the street in Miami, and I said to you, Duncan, Ginobili, Parker, what do you think of those guys? What do you think of them? What do I think of them? Greats. 3 guys that's been able to withstand the time, and especially Duncan. And he's played a major role in every decade, from the 90s to the 2000s now to so on. So you respect that. You respect guys that put team in front of I every single day. You respect that, and you kind of see if you can learn from that. You had a conversation, you mentioned for the first time the other day, with Jerry West and Isaiah Thomas coming off that 2011 loss in the finals to Dallas. Mm-hmm. And Jerry was effusive in talking about the conversation. What, LeBron, from that are you carrying around with you now, if anything? I think the main thing that I got out of it was the sense of you're not entitled to return to the finals. And just because you get there one year doesn't guarantee you to get there another year. And you shouldn't take for granted the times that you have in this sport. You know, I think a lot of people get caught up in getting to the finals and don't really live in the moment of all the great times that you have throughout the regular season and in the postseason and all so forth. And for me, that was, when I got to the finals in 07, I thought, okay, we're going to get there in 08. Oh, we're going to get there in 09. We had the best record in the NBA, we're going to get there in 09, and it just didn't happen. And you start to learn that you can't skip processes. You got to live in the process, you got to live in the moment, and then see what happens.
Early in your career, I don't know that you would have called Jerry West or Isaiah, but getting older, have you now learned, is that just a learning process to appreciate what some of the old heads might want to tell you?
I think for me, it's just the appreciation of the history and the guys that came before you. I'm not saying this for every basketball player to do. It's something that just came normal and natural to me because I learned the history. I wanted to know the history at a young age. I mean, when I first started playing basketball, I was in the books. I was reading the books and seeing the greats and, you know, and the guys that was put in position to win championships, that didn't win championships, that had an opportunity, multiple opportunities. And, you know, so I knew what was going on, and I knew the guys that paved the way for myself. So I've always big up the guys that came before me and never tore down. So it's just me.
You got some hours now with this extra off day to walk around with what I know is not a good feeling coming off this game and the way it went down and the cramps and the heat and all the stuff you got to hear. What do you think the next 2 days will be like, and what are you going to do to get ready for game two?
I think it's been very relaxing for me. Obviously, I'm going to break down the film. I'm going to watch it, but I'm not going to get too crazy with it. You know, we got a few days. We're going to work today. Obviously, we're going to work tomorrow. We're going to have opportunity to work on Sunday, but I'm going to just take it each day as its own.
You'll do your normal workload. There won't be any fear of...
Nah, I'm going to do my normal thing. I'm going to hydrate. I'm going to get my work in on the floor. I'm going to get my work in on the weight room, but I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself and just get ready for Sunday. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just basketball. That's all it is.
LeBron said he didn't sleep great last night, had to keep getting out, go to the bathroom, keep pushing through the fluids. That's what we need, big guy. Luckily, he has an extra day between games. Game 2, NBA Finals, will be televised on Sunday, 8 o'clock on ABC.